Good morning, patient souls. This is Marie with Thermal Horse Sense, Part 2, Why We Should Cover Sunstruck Glass. And I have put my Schottis panel to the outside of my glass. And we're going to take some measurements together. Real quick here. Okay, and I do take, let's see, I got some nail polish remover, and I'm putting my, putting my screen sideways. So I hope to do some improvement on YouTubing every single time I take a video. So there's my dot. Now there's now a Schottis panel. Remember my Schottis panel? It is now on the outside, but I'm going to take a picture of the outside of my thermal curtain. Now we're more like in the 80s. So it's 9:48 on the morning of June 18th. It's a good chunk of 10 days later than last test. So the angle of the sun has changed a little bit, but we're about the same time. Thermostat set at 72 in the other room. But I have covered the Sunstruck glass 76 degrees. So these are just like little 77 down there, sorry. And before, when we were getting measurements in the hundreds on the outside of my panel, I'm now getting 89. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I have picked out the worst exposure and the worst glass in my house. And I took out my Schottis panels as my better than nothing plan. And I got a little disappointed on a couple of counts. Number one, it didn't make it all the way down to the ground like I hoped. So I grabbed a bulletin board, dropped it against the outside of the glass. Alright. So this is supposed to be the step where we're going to show what difference does it make in Fahrenheit. Okay, so, but because we blocked the sun from the outside, am I getting 110, 118? No, I'm getting, well, I want you to see it yourself. Of course, again, the whole point of this video is that as bad as this YouTube might be, and as much as I appreciate your patience being with me, what I really hope is that you will take the time to get one of these fine things and test this for yourself at home. Because this is the kind of learning that you get to know yourself. So, the sun is blocked from the outside with the Schottis panel. And we're going to start this chase because I'm not actually all that happy with it. I had a southern face. It's still in hundreds. It's a whole lot better than before. Let me see if I can't get you a view of that screen better. My own eyes are giving me problems. Okay, we are in Fahrenheit. Okay, so this is the Sunstruck glass, but it's got this nice blowy Schottis panel attached to the outside. How I attached it, well, I could show you. There is a sticker, but since this is a sliding door, there's a little track for the screen. And let's give you lots of measurements here. Obviously, if I had one of those wonderful rainbow screens, it would all light up and you would see the differences all over. Showing up in yellow and red and blue and green for different temperatures. But what I like about having this less, low-grade tool is that you actually point to exactly what's the difference. So it draws your attention to what's making a difference. So this is still a hot surface temperature, but I've brought it down at least 10 degrees, right? And strangely enough, as much as I would say, well, that's not a lot, and we saw some really high temperatures. We saw 130 back here once. I wonder what we see now. Behind the curtain. It's been sitting there. And there's more than one heat transfer going on. Yeah, 104, really, that's all. Yeah, so there's more than one heat transfer going on, including conduction, and the incidence of the sun on the glass matters. See my eye problems, I can't tell what you can see. Okay, and some this, you can see the dots at my Schottis panel. Down here, once I get down to my bulletin board, which is a little sheet of styrofoam. So the difference of what I used to block the glass from the outside mattered, obviously, right? So I'm getting 89, 88, shooting at the bulletin board, getting at, oops, come on baby, let's get you a good look here. Sorry, don't know why that's working that way. 102. I think, did I save myself a little piece of actual Sunstruck glass here? Maybe a few minutes ago. Maybe a few minutes ago. Yeah. So it's different depending on what's blocking the glass from the outside, because those radiant energy waves, the different wavelengths, are blocked in different ways. But we made a significant difference in the room by blocking from the outside. We're not getting anything near 130. We're not getting 118. Right? Did we break 100? Maybe. Yep, we broke 100. Because there's still a lot of light coming through. But we've cut it down by about 20 degrees surface temperature in some spots. Maybe 10, right? You call me on it. You test it out for yourself. And you know what? I think we could do better, because that's bad glass. That bad glass is badder than I thought it was. It's double paned. Maybe it really was relying a lot on whatever was in between it. So maybe we'll do some further tests. But this is part 2 of what happens when you shield from the outside. And you shield from the outside, we're getting some benefits. We're definitely getting some benefits, right? Thank you for being with us today, and keep an eye out for our next step.